It's very rare that I'm home alone for dinner. That's when I get to cook whatever I'm craving, and today I was craving a steak pie with some mashed potatoes. And this is my version of a girl dinner. I started by chopping up all of my vegetables, taking all the Brussels sprouts off of the stalk. I cut those up before moving on to slicing up my steak. I browned off the steak and got a good sear on it before taking it out, sauteing all of my vegetables for a couple minutes, deglazing with some red wine and homemade bone broth, before putting my meat back in, some herbs, and letting that simmer for about 4 hours. Moved on to making my rough puff crust. I let my heavy cream go until it separated from the whey, set that aside, and then made my dough by combining some flour, salt, butter, and ice cold water and letting that sit in the fridge for about 20 minutes while I got started on my mashed potatoes. Put them in a large pot and let them boil on the stove while I made some brown sage butter to go inside my mash. Once my potatoes were done, I riced them, combined them with the butter, some heavy cream, seasoned them with salt and pepper. And after about 20 minutes, I rolled out my pastry and kept folding the sides in, kept repeating that process until I was satisfied with how it looked. Popped that in the fridge for about 30 minutes. At this point, my stew was done. I put it in my pie dish, rolled out my pastry to go on top, and made sure it was big enough to fit over it perfectly. Brushed this with my egg wash and popped it in the oven for about 20 minutes. I also seasoned my Brussels sprouts and put them in the oven as well. And after about 20 minutes, it was perfectly golden brown and flaky. Plated my pie with some mashed and Brussels sprouts, and before I knew it, half of it was gone.